School always comes first. The girls are gonna be hating in middle school. I don't think your social life and school life are gonna say they wanna fight you, but then not fight you because school is like not the happiest place to be. Oh wait, what am I trying to say? Bread's like fire. This is court, baby. Hey everyone, it's Asia Robinson. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Asia, that's how I prefer to be called. And before we get into this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you know when all videos I make. And now let's get into the video. As you guys already saw by the title, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys middle school advice coming from an incoming freshman. It is my freshman year, baby. I think this is like my first video of the back to school series. I'm not sure yet, but if this is, welcome to the back to school series. And if it's not still, welcome to the back to school series. I've been really wanting to do this video for like a long time. I was thinking about doing this video in 7th grade and now I'm in 9th grade, so it's like crazy. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get into it. So how I'm going to do this is I have my computer and I went on my Instagram and asked you guys to just ask me questions about middle school, and I just took the most frequently asked questions from my Instagram and put it into this computer. So I'm just going to read off the questions and give you guys some answers. Question number 1, what should I expect on my first day? So on your first day of school, it's going to be like chill, but it's going to be like fun, but it's also going to be like chaotic. Like that's the main 3 things that you're going to experience on your first day of school. It's going to be chill, fun, and chaotic. So the reason I say chill is like, it's like nothing's going to be stressful. Like you're just going to class, getting to know the teachers, getting to know your classmates, and then that's it. So it's going to be like really chill. It's going to be fun because certain schools, I know they do like pep rallies, and then you're going to see a lot of your friends in the hallways, and I think it'll just be fun in general because you're coming back to school. Like everybody enjoys the first couple weeks of school. But it's also going to be kind of chaotic because there's going to be so many people who don't know where their classes are. You might not know where your classes are, but like when you go home, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is like a great day of school. So it's going to be a little chaotic, but not that chaotic. So yeah, that's the main things to expect in your first day of school. It's going to be chill, fun, and chaotic. Your classes should be like really easy to find. If you go to like orientation or open house, that can really help. I don't know if everybody has like an orientation or an open house, but I did, and that's how I kind of found my way around the school. When you go to orientation and open house, try to go to your classes in order because that really helps with trying to like find your classes on the first day. You kind of have like a feel of where you're supposed to be at. Lunch won't be that awkward on the first day. You'll probably have like a couple friends in your classes, and even if you don't, there's always going to be somebody you're going to have to sit beside at lunch, so you can make small talk with them. And then if you do have friends in your class, your friends probably have other friends that they also know or that they've made throughout the school day, so you can just kind of converse amongst them and become friends. But if you're not the social type, you can just bring a book to lunch and just sit there and eat and read your book and then go back to class. That's simple. Your teachers will be nice since it's the first day, but trust me, they will not be that way the whole entire school year. Out of my 9 years of going to school, I can say that I have had teachers that were really, really nice that turned out to be really mean later in the year, and teachers that were really mean that turned out to be really nice later in the year. So it's all just a matter of getting to know them, and you just gotta kind of like just get a feel of them and just adapt and be respectful, because that's a big deal with how your teachers treat you. Another thing, I know a lot of teachers do icebreakers on the first like week of school. Pay attention during the icebreakers, because if you don't, you're not going to know anyone's names, and you're going to be that one person that's like, wait, what's your name again? Or like, excuse me, girl in the purple shirt. You don't want to be that person. Pay attention. Also, you don't want to get called on and then you don't even know it's your turn. Like, that's so embarrassing. But overall, everything's going to be like pretty introductory. Just make sure you pay attention, read your syllabus, make sure you have all your supplies, because I know some teachers like to go over the school supply list like on the first day. So just make sure you have all your supplies. And just learn how the teacher operates their classroom, because that's like going to really help you in the long run. Question number 2. How do I make friends? That is a great question. So I'm a really social person, so I don't really struggle with making friends. But I'm going to try to put myself in the shoes of people who like don't have an easy time making friends. So the main thing I do to make friends is seem approachable, because if I'm scared to go up to someone, maybe they'll come up to me, and typically they do because I just seem approachable. I don't have a resting, mean looking face. I'm not like being mean to other people. I'm not slouchy. Like I look really kind, like I'm open to talk. I know that's probably hard for some of you to do, because at school, no one wants to sit up and look happy, because school is like not the happiest place to be. But you just really want to seem approachable. And when you're talking to other people, be nice. And when you're like just operating throughout your day, just be nice in general and be kind and be sweet, because if you are, that's going to make me want to come up to you, or like anybody, they're going to want to come up to you if you're being kind and sweet and stuff like that. Don't be afraid to start the conversation. Now I know it's going to be like awkward going up to somebody like, hey, I'm Asia, how are you? You don't even have to do that. You can literally just simply say, hey, what's your next class? I need to know if I have anybody in my next classes, and if we do, that'd be cool. And if they don't have the same class as you, just say, oh my gosh, I wish I would have taken that class or something like that. Like, make conversation. And I know making conversation is kind of hard for some people, but the easiest way to do it is just to kind of like over dramatize things and just keep talking. But if the person acts like they're like frustrated with you talking to them, then just kindly end the conversation and walk away. Maybe they're not meant to be your friend. When making friends, try to mainly be friends with people in your grade. It's okay to have like a sprinkle of friends in other grades, but like you don't really want to be that like 6th grader who has straight 7th and 8th grade friends, because once the 8th graders leave the school and the 7th graders leave the school, who do you have? Also, I remember in 7th grade, I had made some 8th grade friends, and I was a little hurt because I didn't get invited to this little like gathering they had. But when I looked at the gathering was full of 8th graders, so I was like, okay, I'm glad I didn't go, because it like no one I knew was there. That's why I say mainly be friends with the people in your grade, because right after that I got invited to a slumber party, a pool party, a whole bunch of parties. So just be friends with the people in your grade if you want to go out with friends, if you want to have close friends that you like, you know, grow a bond with and things like that. Find the right people to be friends with. Don't just be friends with people because you're desperate for friends. If that person does not like represent who you want to be friends with, then don't be friends with that person. Just find the right people, because if you're friends with bad people, then people are going to look at you as a bad person, and you don't want to be that person. Overall, just be yourself and don't change yourself to fit in with anyone else, because you're perfect just the way you are. Question number 3. How do I stay out of drama/fights? This is a great question, because I used to be in a lot of drama in my younger days when I was in like 4th, 5th, 6th grade, because 6th grade I was in quarantine, but I did have a little bit of drama over social media. I can tell you guys that I am an expert on this drama. So number 1, I just want to put out there's not going to be a lot of fights in middle school, depending on what your middle school is. But for my middle school, there were occasional fights, but even then it was just like pushing and shoving and stuff like that. So don't be scared thinking everyone's going to be like trying to fight on the first day of school. Like, I promise you guys, it's not. And a lot of the people that you're probably going to be in drama with are going to say they want to fight you, but then not fight you. So just don't be scared, because majority of the time, no one's going to make any action. I'm not saying that from experience. I'm just saying that because I've seen it, and yeah. Number 1, limit your social circle. Now, you're getting this info from a girl who used to have a social circle of like 50 people in 7th grade, and it dropped down to like 5 to 10 people in 8th. And half of those 10 people were like on the outskirts of my circle. So y'all need to give me credits. I know 5 to 10 is still a lot, but still, I have evolved. I've developed. If you limit your social circle, it prevents a lot of the crossfire that happens in big friend groups, and overall you're just like not in all that drama. And make sure that your social circle is full of people that you can just have a good time with without having to talk about other people, gossip, and things like that. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a big friend group. If your friend group is like 100% non-gossip, non-drama, then that's amazing. But I'm just saying, like, to keep it safe, play it safe, just have like a good friend group of like 5 to 10 people. Or maybe less. I don't know. For me, that's like not a lot of people, but maybe for y'all that is. So maybe like 3 or 2 good friends. I don't know. Be friendly and positive no matter what. So girls are gonna be hating in middle school. Everyone's gonna have something to say about your hair, about what you wore on Thursday. Like, trust me, it's like their opinions are irrelevant. So overall, just don't let it get to you. Just be friendly, be positive. If they come at you with negative energy, what am I trying to say? So just really be friendly and positive. If someone's coming at you with negative energy, return some positive energy, and just be really friendly. Like, I'm just telling y'all, the best way to stay out of drama is by being nice. You want to be that girl that everyone's like, oh, she's so sweet. Like, don't be that type of person that people are like, oh, she was mean to me the other day, because then that's going to cause people to not like you. These are the 2 things I live by. Don't gossip and don't listen to gossip. Now, I know it's a little controversial about that second one, but we'll talk about that in a second. The reason you don't gossip is because everything you say can be used against you. It's like court, okay? Basically, if I tell Jessica that I don't like Stacy, Jessica can go tell Stacy, and Stacy can use my words against me and have that as her reason to want to fight me. Don't gossip, because everything you say spreads like fire in middle school. And now the reason I say don't listen to gossip is because when you listen to gossip, that causes like when people hear this girl talking about another girl to you, they're gonna say, oh, Asia and Jessica were talking about Stacy. You didn't say anything about Stacy, but someone overheard the other girl saying something to you about Stacy, which caused them to think that you were talking about her. So don't listen to gossip, because that can also get you in drama that like is literally unintentional, unnecessary. Just don't listen to gossip. I think I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but don't spill all your business, because once you start telling your business, like the personal things that happen in your house and things like that, those can be used against you. This is court, baby. Question 4. How do I balance classes and my social life? I'm a student athlete who also does a lot of stuff outside of school, so I have had a very busy schedule, and I've never really been able to fully balance my social life and my classes, but I have gotten into a good balance where I'm able to get an honor roll every single semester. So just remember that school always comes first. No matter what, school is your top priority. That's what we're going to school for, to learn. And I know I sound like everybody's parent, but you don't go to school to goof off, hide in the bathroom, skip class. You go to school to get an education so that you can get a future career that is great for your life. So just remember, school always comes first. And before you want to go to that football game, think, is all my schoolwork done? Did I study for the test on Friday? Like, prioritize school before you prioritize your social life. Something I really like to do was like use my notes app to do like a little to-do list. You can try Notion, but when I tried Notion, it was like trying to code on a computer all by myself. So you can try Notion, or you can actually just get a planner and just plan out your day. And when you plan out your day, like things you want to get done, put your needs first and your wants last. But in conclusion, if you prioritize your social life over your school life, then that's the quickest way to fall behind, get bad grades, and it just won't work. Question 5. What should I expect with middle school sports? Okay, so the main thing that kind of shocked me is you're combined with every grade with sports. So on your team, you may have like 10 8th graders, 5 7th graders, and you and like 3 other people are 6th graders. Or with any grade, you're just gonna have a mix of every grade with you. So just be ready to like interact with people way older than you and way younger than you. And something that I did was became friends with everyone. I understand that you can't be friends with everyone, which I wasn't able to actually become friends with everyone, but I at least tried to have like a stay-tight relationship. You want to be able to bond with your teammates in order to win games and have fun in general. So just be kind to all your teammates and just be friends with them, or just be mutuals or something like that. When you're at practice, when you're at games, when you're on the bus, just be nice and supportive, because if you are not being a supportive teammate, people aren't going to support you. And if you're not nice either, that's going to be the main reason why people won't be nice to you. Let's say you're playing volleyball and one of your teammates miss. Don't sit there and be like, oh my gosh, you should have got that. Like, now we're down. You want to be supportive and be like, oh, you get him next time. You're good. Lock back in. That's what I mainly do with basketball. Like, whenever my teammate misses a shot or doesn't do too well defensively, or they just get put on the bench or something, I make sure to encourage them and be supportive, because everybody's going through the same thing you're going through, and you have to put yourself in their shoes. Don't talk about others in your team. That also relates back to the drama situation, but don't talk about other people in your team, because then they're going to start talking about you and you're going to get your feelings hurt. So I'm just putting that out there right now. Don't talk about people on your team. Another thing with sports is I don't know about you guys, but when I don't do good with my sport, I tend to think about it like for the rest of the night or the rest of the time being, that it's affecting me, and then I end up getting really sad and then lacking on my academics. So overall, just be positive when you're playing your sports, and understand that everybody messes up. Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. I'm saying this, but I don't take my own advice, but like, I'm trying to. So if I try, you try. Just mainly focus on getting better in middle school, I guess, because like I'm going to high school now, and high school, it's like you're either good or you're not. But in middle school, just focus on getting better. That's all this really is. Practice for your high school sports, which actually gets you looked at by like college coaches. So if you focus on getting better, then eventually you'll probably be like really good at volleyball, basketball, whatever sport you're playing. And then when you get to high school, it'll just come easy. You might be a freshman on varsity. Something that this is like really personal. I don't know if this is going to be the same for you guys, but something that I really had to deal with a lot in middle school was listening to people around school. Because I don't know, it's like everybody had something to say. Like if I had a bad game, they'd all be like, remember when you did this, remember when you did that, or like, you know, just saying a lot of rude stuff that's unnecessary, because they didn't have pride in our team, I guess. I don't know, but just don't let it phase you, because eventually I was just like, your opinion's irrelevant because you're not even on a team. But you just gotta like put it into perspective. Like, they're just talking from the sidelines. They came to watch you play and now they're critiquing your game. They're not college coaches, so who cares what they say? So just block out the haters, keep in the positive energy, and play your sport. Question 6. What should I expect with clubs? Clubs are really welcoming. I did a club in 7th grade, but I didn't really stick with it because since COVID was still kind of lingering around, we were like still wearing masks and stuff like that. We didn't really do anything. I was in drama club and I really like acting. I was in a bunch of plays and stuff like that before. And so I was in it, but we didn't do any like performing, so I can't really tell you like a full club experience, but I do know that they're really welcoming, because in our club we had a bunch of people who weren't that great at acting or didn't really know anything about acting, but were just there to learn, and everyone was so kind. So I think clubs are a great way to just find friends and find a place in the school. But you also have to pick the right clubs. Like, if you know that like you're not really into robotics, but you're only doing it because your friend's doing it, then you're probably gonna end up getting bullied. So I just say, if you're gonna join a club, do something that makes you happy, makes you have fun, and that you know you're gonna be confident in doing. Question 7. We're zooming through this, are we? I don't know. It depends on how I edit this video. What should I pack in my backpack? I am an overpacker, so my backpack used to weigh more than I do. But this year I am really focusing on limiting the stuff I bring to school, because I was bringing a lot of unnecessary stuff. So I'm gonna give you guys the basic stuff that I'm bringing to school. And I did put my backpack on my back to check, and my backpack is very light, so this is trusted resources. So make sure you have everything you're gonna need for the day for your classes. Now, I say for like the first couple weeks of school, you're not gonna be that confident in knowing what you need. So I'd say bring everything, so your backpack will be a little heavy. Towards like later in the school year, when like October, November, December starts rolling around, you should already kind of know what you're gonna need every day for your classes. So if there's something you know you're only gonna need on Fridays, then don't bring it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So yeah, just bring everything you're gonna need for your classes for that day. Also, you might want to pack like a little emergency kit, whether you're a boy or a girl, because sometimes like you forget to put on deodorant, or you need to get new contacts. Like, I've had to deal with that because I wear contacts. Or you need to like freshen up your face, you need blotting sheets, like anything. Have it in a little emergency bag so that you can have it on you at all times. So a couple things that are in my emergency bag are like deodorant, hand sanitizer, chapstick, lotion, and like hand cream or body cream. For the females, Bloody Mary items, don't forget them. Even if you don't think it's your time of the month, someone else might need them, so always bring them, and you never know, so just bring them. And then you can bring a hairbrush, perfume. That's a couple things that I'm not bringing because I don't need to, but if you want to, you can. Did I say question 6 or question 7? I don't remember. So it's time for question 8. Should I date? That's a great question. I did not date in middle school, so if you guys did date, please give some tips down in the comment section below, because I didn't date in middle school. I didn't want to. It wasn't something I was like really focused on. I was that type of girl who was like enjoying having crushes and stuff like that. I thought it was really fun. But I just want to go ahead and put it out there. There's a difference between having crushes and just hanging out with them, and leading your crushes on and making them have a crush on you, but then you don't want to date them. That's like a whole different thing. So yeah, all I did pretty much was just, I had crushes, I hung out with my crushes, but I didn't ever like tell them about my feelings. I didn't flirt with them or anything like that, because I just didn't want to date. And the reason I didn't want to date is because it's not a requirement. I just want to let you guys know that too. Dating is not a requirement. You don't have to date to be cool. You don't have to date to like be valid. Like, you don't have to date. Dating is not required. So don't feel pressured into it by your friends or your peers, or you see everybody else doing it. Don't feel like you got to do it too. You can wait till your senior year of college for all I care. But don't force anything either, because a lot of stuff is just not going to come that quickly. I'm Christian. I believe in God's timing. So whenever a boy comes into my life and I feel like he's a great guy, I ask God about him, God gives me the go ahead, then that's when I'll like pursue a relationship. But I just think middle school is not the best time to date, but who knows? It could be somebody else's calling. Something that I do think is kind of good, I saw a lot of my friends do it, was just have talking stages. You don't actually date, but you're just in a talking stage. Like, you guys know you like each other, you guys do want to date each other, but you guys just don't want to date, so you're just gonna be talking. But a lot of loyalty goes into that talking stage, and I would say just don't get too attached. But it is a less stressful way to go about it, because I didn't see any of my friends tripping when they were in talking stages, but when they started dating, they were like, oh my gosh, I just saw my boyfriend with this other girl. So it's whatever you think you're ready for. Last question, question 9. How should I interact with my teachers? Okay guys, so learning how to interact with your teachers is just something that's going to take practice and just understanding of how it works. Some people tend to have really close relationships with their teachers because they need things like throughout the year that they're gonna need that relationship for. And some just tend to be more laid back. So I'm just gonna talk from my own experience. So I'm very nice and respectful. That's just because my parents raised me right. I don't ever disrespect adults. I don't care whether this adult is coming at me with full-on blown negative energy. I am being nice and respectful because I am still a child. But I do like showing my teachers that I'm willing to work hard. So like whenever there's like an assignment that I'm asking can I complete in class or something, I make sure that I'm working thoroughly. Like I'm not just trying to get over on them. I'm not taking this opportunity for granted. I'm actually trying to work so that later in the semester, if I need them to extend the due date for me, it'll happen. But piggybacking off of that, don't ask for an extension unless you actually have like a legit reason why you need it. So if you're asking for an extension like, oh, I forgot the assignment was due today, I need an extension, that's not a good reason. Like at least like think of something. Don't be the class clown and the troublemaker, because when you are, that's just gonna automatically cause teachers not to like you. You can be an A honor roll student with like you're in all the advanced classes and things like that, but you're just a class clown and a troublemaker. That's gonna cause teachers not to really like you. And let me tell y'all, teachers have least favorite students and favorite students, and you want to be in that little favorite category. So don't be that person always cracking jokes, always causing trouble. Now I'm not saying don't have fun with your friends and stuff. Don't be that person who just like overly jokes and overly plays around and overly does too much in class. Last thing is just do what your teachers ask you to do. If they say complete the assignment at this time, complete the assignment at that time. If they say sit down and be quiet, sit down and be quiet. That's something teachers really like piggyback off of, is if you respect them. If you don't respect them, they're not going to respect you. So just be really respectful. Overall, your middle school experience should be really, really good. You're going to come across a lot of stuff that just actually takes experience to learn. So that's all the advice that I could possibly give you that I could think of in my head. But if you guys have any more questions, comment them down in the comment section below and I'll try to get back to all of you. And another thing is just enjoy your middle school life because it goes by very quickly. I know you're like, good pop, I have 3 years or 2 years or a whole nother year. Trust me, it goes by so fast. If I could do anything to just go back to 6th grade again when we were in quarantine, I would. But I can't, I'm a freshman now. And a lot of you guys are saying high school goes by really fast, so I hope so. No, I'm playing. I don't want to speak that into existence. I really want high school to be long and fulfilling, so let me not. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you know if I don't all the videos I make. I love you, God loves you, Jesus loves you. Stay blessed, stay positive, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.